All right, so who here in this abundant audience is excited to get wrinkles as we get older?
Oh God, no.
Oh, really? Okay, that's what I thought. Not many people. Who here also loves it in the wintertime when these harsh Kansas winds blow and dry out the skin on your hands, making them crack and bleed? Yeah, not many people. So today in this speech, I'm going to be discussing how important it is to begin taking care of your skin now. As young adults, we don't realize the repercussions that being hard on our skin as teens are going to be when we are older and dealing with wrinkles and all of these issues. As a person with extremely dry skin, I began a skincare routine when I was quite a bit younger, and I'm honestly very, very, very thankful for that today. It's been super helpful and makes me think about the things I do now. So in this speech, first we're going to think about our own skin and your current skincare routine. I urge you to think about this so you can learn through yourself. Then we're going to move on to why you should be concerned and the dangers that your face may face. And then finally, we're going to talk about some of the things you can change in your everyday life to make for a better skin in your future. So to begin, let's talk about the skin you're in. Like I said before, personally, I have very, very dry skin, and so some of the issues that come with this are those cracked hands that I talked about, or waking up in the morning if I don't put an abundant amount of lotion on before I go to bed with irritated, itchy, and dry skin. It does have some perks, whereas I don't get acne like many of my peers in my teenage years. It hasn't been an issue for me, but the dry skin is definitely a large downfall. For those that do have oily skin, acne in teenage years is definitely a larger issue, as well as acne scarring that can come from that. And many teens will be surprised to find that their acne will not cease completely into their adult years. In an article published in the New York Times about an up-and-coming skincare product, the creator, Antonia Burrell, is quoted saying, "Just because you're 35 doesn't mean you're not going to have breakouts." So depending on which side you fall on, whether it's oily or dry skin, are you doing anything at all to prevent and deal with these issues? If you do deal with acne as a teen or any skin issues as a teen, there are things you can begin doing now to prevent this from happening when you are 35. Moving on to dangers and risks. Another article published in New York Times entitled "Teenage Sunburns Raise Melanoma Risk" explains a recent study by Dr. Abrar A. Parish, a chairman of dermatology at the Albert Medical School at Brown University, directly links sun exposure in adolescents to this deadly cancer, melanoma. This is just one example of the dangers. Others include acne scarring, like I mentioned before, hand scarring from the cuts that happen on your hands when your skin gets dry, wrinkles prematurely, and then stretch marks in females. I know there aren't any in here, but stretch marks are a big issue with females in pregnancy. And these smaller issues, unlike cancer, can be dealt with simply by moisturizing your skin and using lotion, more lotion. So all of these things are mostly preventable, but the time to start that is now. There are many tips and tricks to better your skincare routine at any time in your life. One of mine personally would be to moisturize your skin more often, and just to think about that. There are other helpful sources out there, like an article on everydayhealth.com published by Dennis Thompson and reviewed by Nia Jones, MD, entitled 5 Ways to Protect Your Skin. The article begins fairly simply with the first tip being to limit sun exposure, like I mentioned earlier. Then it moves on to staying hydrated to improve the elasticity in your skin, another way to prevent wrinkles as you age. Then it goes on to mention certain health precautions to take, and basically this is just urging you to be careful and be mindful of what touches your skin. To think about the fact that a major contributor to acne is bacteria. So all the time you spend during the day, maybe resting in your chair, touching your face, or as I just did now, you're putting that bacteria onto your face. And so to think about the things that you're doing throughout the day and try to limit things like that. As well as that, focus on the products that you use. Use gentler products that aren't going to cause irritation and won't be harmful to your skin. And there are plenty of products out there that aren't going to break break the bank, but will be great for your skin and aren't going to cause you issues, so you're not going to go broke. And then finally, just know the skin you're in. Listen to your body. No one knows it better than you, so just listen to what it tells you. It sounds easy enough, right? And it's never too late to adjust your routine, like I have mentioned, to better your skin. So after we've talked about what type of skin you're in, and after you've thought about the things you can specifically do and learned the dangers, I hope that you now make some of these small adjustments to your daily routine. Small things like using lotion more regularly or lathering up with sunscreen instead of just embracing the burn can dramatically change your life in ways you may not realize. I hope now, not only do you choose a prettier, but healthier skin for your future.